Gray and rainy again today. Birds are still singing. I think I will too. Let's breathe together. Start with your posture and on your back, legs uncrossed. Comfortable. Maybe your bed or the floor, the sofa, the recliner kicked back. Or maybe sitting in a chair, up straight with your knees at 90 degrees, your feet flat on the floor, toes pointing forward. Do what works best for you. Now lift your chest and tuck your chin gently back toward your neck, straightening the neck vertebra so there's room for flow between your brain and your body. Your breath, your blood, the nerve impulses flowing freely as you breathe in through both nostrils, pulling the air down, rounding up, feeling your body as it breathes with you, rounding up on the inhale and lengthening and flattening on the exhale. Place one hand on the belly and one hand on the rib cage, and then pull the air in through both nostrils and round the belly up, pulling the air down to those bottom lobes where the majority of the blood circulates, creating that healthy exchange between oxygen and carbon dioxide. Good. Easy, relaxed, and calm, rounding up on the inhale and lengthening and flattening gently on the exhale. Good. Some isometric exercises found in a meta-analysis of more than 1,000 studies to be the most effective exercise for your blood pressure. Sounds good. Bring your hands together and line your fingers up and your thumbs up. And now place your thumbs right at your chest, right at your sternum, with your elbows out to the side, like prayer position. Inhale, and as you exhale, push the hands together very tight. And now hold the tension and continue breathing that easy, natural, whole body breath, rounding up on the inhale and lengthening, flattening on the exhale. And maintain the tension. Breathe 3 to 5 breaths and notice as you breathe and push if tension tries to spill someplace else in your body. And when it does, release it and maintain the tension at your hands. And when the breath is complete, release your hands down and maybe shake them out a bit to release the tension. And then do it again. Place your hands together. Line them up, rest your thumbs against your sternum. Prayer pose. And now push. And breathe. Feel each finger pushing. If somebody in there isn't pushing, wake them up and push all the fingers. As you breathe and push. And watch to make sure that the tension isn't going someplace where it isn't needed. And when the breaths are complete again, release the hands and feel the rush of energy and blood. Shake your hands out and release the tension. Maybe roll them in a circle and release the tension in your wrist. Good. Now hold your hand in front of you And look down into your palms and curl your fingers into the tightest fist you can make and squeeze your fist as tight as you can make it. And breathe. Breathe those 3 to 5 complete breaths. Breathing with your whole body, tension isolated to your hands as you breathe. And when 3 to 5 breaths are complete, release the hands and shake them out. And do it again. Hands in front of you, curl the fingers and thumbs into a tight fist and squeeze as tight as you can. And breathe. Breathe 3 to 5 breaths. Monitor the tension and not let it spread into your face or your neck. Try gazing at other parts of our body seem to want to help, but it's not any help. So we learn to let them go, mind their own business, and keep your fists tight and breathe. And then release and shake it out. Open and close your hands. Good. Now bring your hands in front of you for one more exercise and touch the thumb tips together. Touch the index fingers together. Just the tips, like you're making a TP. With all your fingers, the tips touching, and now push and breathe. And notice if all the fingers are pushing. Get everybody working and push and breathe. Good. Again, monitoring the tension and only tightening what's needed. And when the 3 to 5 breaths are complete, release the hands. And again, open and shut them, maybe shake them out. And then do it again. Thumb tips, index fingertips, middle fingertips, ring fingertips, pinky fingertips. Now push and check each finger and see if you can keep all 5 of them pushing at the same time. Monitor the tension, don't let it spill over, and breathe. Breathe 3 to 5 breaths. Hands are such magical things, all the things we do with them. And so we strengthen them and celebrate them. And when the 3 to 5 breaths are complete, shake the hands out and open and shut them. Good. Now breathe in through both nostrils and pull the air down and round up, that full, complete breath. And then take in 3 extra sniffs, filling the last bit of space. And at the top, spill it out and let it go all the way out. Out either through your mouth or your nose or both. And at the bottom, 3 puffs to empty out the last bit. And then do it again. Inhale, fill a complete breath, and then at the top, 3 extra sniffs to fill the last bit. And then spill the air out all the way to the bottom, and at the bottom, the 3 puffs, letting the last bit go. Building that memory of a complete breath, both the inhale and the exhale complete. It's a good place to return. after action or stress or danger or ugly thoughts. Just notice your breath when you're caught in those positions, and then even it out and bring it back. So that you return back to that space. Where the breath is even and the nervous system is soothed. Good. There was a study done on gratitude. It's very interesting. Just briefly, what was discovered was when a number of people listened to the same story, their physiological markers mirrored one another almost identically. It didn't matter whether they were in the same room. It didn't matter whether they were doing it at different times. They did people in different settings, and they did them at different times a day, and they listened to the same story. And their physiological markers, their heart rate and blood pressure, mirrored one another. So interesting. And out of the work came a study on gratitude. And here's what they found gave the best physiological response. Was when people listened to a story, and in the story someone was very grateful for something that was done, they got the best response. It wasn't about them being grateful, it was about the story of the person in that story being grateful. And then creating a gratitude practice based around a story. And everybody has a story. And as you breathe, maybe think of one where you saw someone who was so wonderfully grateful for something. And maintain your breath in through the nose and out through the mouth or the nose. And if you're having trouble thinking of a story, here's a story for you. Do you know the story of Balto the dog? I think the year was 1925. Such a hero he was that there's a statue of him in Central Park in New York City commemorating his heroism. So the brief version of the story is people were sick. Children were sick with diphtheria in Nome, Alaska. And Balto made the trip to get the serum through the snow and the storms and the ice, and got the serum and brought it back to the village, and the children's lives were saved. And so you can see the families of those children and the gratitude they felt to Balto. So if you're looking for a story, there's a good one. Or create your own. And maybe during your day, just stop and take a gratitude break, maybe only a minute or two, where you conjure up that person or people who were so grateful for something, and enjoy the benefits. And breathe, inhaling and filling to the top. Breathing in through both nostrils, rounding up, and then exhaling out, blowing out either through your mouth or your lips, with a picture of someone who's so grateful. And may the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Have a great day.